fast forward into a man's life where simplicity will definitely direct your path and achieve something. That is what you are looking for in this life. At a point in time, in a man's life, we will tend to look at certain things that reflect the sadness or the moment of historic events in our life. And at that time, if we don't record the attitude and certain reactions and actions from our enemies, that gives us the sorrowful moments and the bad times. We also turn and look at the silence from our friends, our family, and those that we claim say they are our loved ones. And this one goes back to you, for you watching me right here on Radio Culture, on Facebook, HGH News Now, and on YouTube, HGH News Now, everywhere on the platform, the baby, Demo Life and Colored. And this time is Entertainment Arena. As you all know, a brand to be here. We sit down, we bisect, dissect, we do post-mortem of all the entertainment news that you can talk of. Every trendy stories on social media. But here is a court where you did a summoner, you can't we have the conversation. You have to train the baby, I was here to be baby, I was here to educate you, update you, entertain you when we are entertain you as well. We give it to you all in folds. We run it up here on Entertainment Arena with me, Bismark Appiah Cinergy, always with the two fingers in the ears. Synergy, don't get it twisted. Us. So we need now refi 2 fingers in I'm Shana Asamato. Like I said, me say, at a point in a man's life, see Yankai and near my time for 1 hour tying, 1 hour yen near my bonnie, el suma. Yabekai, 1 hour who say, or more any other for, and so a silent will come ye or ya brabum. And no actually and say abrabono and ya better. For those that yet me who almost all your enemies need the did to me say our enemies in Kenya one. But what about those that are more enough for or me a dofo or me a bushing for? Nanki Susu said those people will come to our aid anytime and keep reaching out to them. But at a point in a man's life, that is when you see the silence from them. That is when you see them say they also define it in their own way, say they are helpless. They have nothing to offer. And in this life, everybody can be classified as helpless unless the helping hand reaches to you. So good day and have a wonderful day as you join me right here on Radio Culture. But until that, today, right here on Entertainment Arena, we'll be doing massive stories. A recap of everything that transpired during this year's the award scheme that becomes the tradition for Ghana, celebrity. Then on, we also have a certain side of it that becomes a segment on Entertainment Arena that is health till bit. You be educate your kakra, your health no. Yankasi apomuden no, ya adwene no, and mumu so no ye bekom kakra, na edi nkomo. Se na bia bibia ubenya no one ten no so amana ya come up ediama. Engine is watching in and now so for mobile phone now. Kindly go on Facebook, search for GH News Now. Me say, take your mobile phone, search for GH News Now. Join me over there as the conversation is still ongoing. Vibe in it, yes, we're hot and ding. A comedian, I say, Tawe, Bawe. Oh, ye near ground said that. Send ye bedin common dia mao no sana de bia no edema. And for those of you are joining on, I just want you to leave the message over there. Join me. This is Entertainment Arena right here on GH News Now. But our major conversation will be centered on VGMA as the name since 2024. SSI Ebeye. TGMA, that is Telecel Ghana Music Awards, popularly known now as TGMA, Telecel Ghana Music Awards. Formerly, it was Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. It is an annual music awards event in Ghana, established way back 1999. And let me give you a bit history about it. They appreciated the fact to say it is not a national thing. National thing in sense to say it has nothing to do with the government because a local event organizer any a planner company known as Charterhouse and organizing this event. Their main motive is to celebrate the outstanding contribution of Ghanaian musicians. That is outstanding artists. That is to appreciate their growth and expansion of its associated industry. Be any pakroni womubia. Into the TGMA that is known since 2024. That was last year. Ebabisi and Nay. The main motive of it, ASL, a local event organizer, any a company, one no friend who said Charterhouse, and Atanasia no who said that be it is something we have to come on board. Na yetnas near home near the celebrity send people in a certain category, named as the music folks, the music lovers, and near the celebrity Ghanaian musicians. And the other part of it, is to honor, to award every musician, looking at a year in review, introspective analysis of what you've done so far in a year, and the say near awarded sa award no at the amount. It started 1999, said I make no, until this year was the 26th. That is the 26 years. And then I say, they deserve the accolades. They deserve the thumbs up. They've really done well. For an local event organizer, but now say no planning BBC. No, the awarding crowd for amma ye begia to me say, it tells you say a lot of work and outcome, a lot of investment, a lot of time and energy. In Chinubia, Ubeti Udin, our Honomono, it tells you say it is not a joke thing. Jana a range between April and June. For Yena Yani at a dear Tripano. A follow within April and June. But I think in the year 2020, because of coronavirus, and said so. Yan said when he said Yani hun every year be a Yetana National Theatre, any other event, ye be a Yetana bush shows. Nominees jam bet twasso. If you want money at TSC, the actual event night, full of red carpet in tidy say. Dear corner, dear tiny, dear who dear diatem, dear Burkutia, Nina, Yetana near Hibia with TV. So mainly with some TV stations of which you already know, TV3, the likes of GTV, and mainly now on Aquaba Magic, that is on DSTV and GH1. All these stations, your stations, the current CGMA. Now, looking at all this ranting and a lot of talks on the streets of Ghana as the entertainment lovers will say, it's about quite recently. Getting to bed 2 or 3 years coming, I said the interest about it about being massive as compared to the previous years. And maybe it becomes the talk of GH. It becomes an entertainment thing. It is worth talk of. But one thing I hear about is mainly the artist of the year category this year. I call Emma, Mr. Producer, drop that picture on for me. If you know this man, because of copyright, we are not going to do any music pertaining to that artist. And so fetch me. If you want to request a song by that artist, more feel being about a vibe now. You're not going to get it that way because of copyright issues. And that is the man, artist of the year 2025. That is King the Promise. King the Promise. Music lovers there, you appreciate the fact, sir. Ninyumbi honma wati asiye. Yes, sir, yedi agro, yedi yemapi. Unya dance God Lord and snow in a chill honum naso no so de that dance trend yana and saying a new thing. Who listen your manas when ya artist be I'm fine, yes, I'm trendy, be I'm fine, turn your man, sir. Yeah, and your money yakakade. And that is King Promise for you. And the most conversation that people are talking about it and say, that he really deserve the artist of the year. A DNA buy, a DNA call ya into Ghana. And Yama be ba ya ye. Musicians here war more Ghana hey. Now before say about musicians or Ghana has the plaque I them everyone will be winning artist of the year. And now say any artist nominated artist be on that category of any line of awards. You get this plaque representing the star. that symbolizes the African star. And now say we the Africans, most especially as the black star. But this one is a golden star with some strings and a hole at the middle. A guitar B, which represent music. Producer, put that picture on it for me. Yes, that is the plug I'm talking about. Obia Ubenya award biano. This is what I am the mano. The VGMA that was then, but now TGMA. This is what I'm talking about. The shiny golden star on a fountain. I say a dark level bisa and a strings are a guitar. This is the plug I am a comma ubia. But to break this whole thing down, since 1999 down to 2025, Ebiana won Udi and Chesa. And you might not know, and I say you don't even know. See, I can say, hey, when him say, Lord Kenya artist of the Yada, when him say, Sakode, I win it 2 times. Now one can sound so end him say, Quentin Hene. When my branch in a friend of Quentin and they were yanti omidin view. Masa picture and Nazma, Masa picture and Tosomame. This is the entertainment arena. We drop it, we give it to you, and we discuss. It's mainly about the conversation about TGMA. But after that, I'll give you the reason why this conversation is very important to us all. Yes, you have people like R2B, we have the Stone Boy, which is normal because the Gen Z need the manga monitor, say Stone Boy, the wajibi paint and young Ebony, AGB, born in the end the Koyara was Owu Yan Sandy Wunya. And prior to the event, a Koya in Sembe in Sembe, what do I mean? I say, nah, when you're baby call. But during the event, day, see, and Unya, the artist of the year. Respect and RIP to her name. Osho bi ohana ma utimi hu ochiami kofi na so no anya na ochiami kofi o. Sounds na hu ochiami kwame. Back then, not they were achiami. That is Ochiame Kwame and Ochiame Kofi. And to come Muboma, they were Achiame. And for music lovers, and it's a what's Achiame group paya. Not a year. Ochiame Kwame and Ochiame Kofi. Send my catcher no. Google. Make use of your mobile phone, your smartphone. Now, search some of the songs they've done together. You will be so El Honum, you are the VIP, you are a Yankasa, hit and run. So far, Lewans who will be. But give me this video. Yonko has a video.
In the late 1998, DL's monster hit did the magic for him. I wish it. 2001, Kojoenchi.
Oh, hey, Minyantaba, Ankametuma Kojoenchi.
Ghanaian Afro-pop highlife and reggae musical artist Kojoenchi, aka Music Maestro, won the 2001 award. Celebrated for his vocal prowess, Kojoenchi still remains relevant after decades of doing music. Other top winners include 2002, Lord Kenya.
Mr. Tiki, boy, yay! Tiki, boy, yay!
Lord Kenya won the competition ahead of his bitterest rival, Obrafo, born Michael Elliott Kwabna Ochiridako. 2003, Konti Hene. 2004, VIP.
Okay, yes, just mute the songs and that's the copywriting said you catch it when yanya the ebe committee your home, but yana a fun for us to feel the music alongside entertainment. We're feeling trebby, and here is Entertainment Arena. Now, let me take you back here to the list again. That was 2000. The first evergreen, the Onudi Kaje first was Ochiame Kwame and Ochiame Kofi. Mekachoro said they were at Chiame. In Chiromone Dika Ewen, the first ever VGMA Awards in 8th commencement in 1999. And yet TC Mwani Benya Daddy Lumba, that is DL in 2000. Now 2001 gave us Kojo Entry, the maestro, the high life legend. And yet TC Mwani about 2002, Lord de Kenya. The versatile man, what more part to achieve, bro, for beer energy, no, I is stronger. And a free money, a benya continuing in 2003, 2004, VIP, and I am branding with VVIP because Reggie Rocksons who are Babish movie. But 2004 was VIP. Now 2005, and a benya, or say, Kofuo. And yet, similar 2006 in Ebenya software lower, that is Ophorian Ponsa. Dedo. Or Sidia Bay. Yeah. And Ebenya Samini in 2007, Kwakesi 2008, 2009, or Chiame Kwame came back as a solo artist. And in 2010, that is 2010, Sakwadie. And so Baby Jine Munese, a fin and not Yanum Forno. Or more in a bit me a boom with Diaka yes, or Monebano, or Monosu status or Munsu GB. Into 2010, and I saw Quadia on any folks in his one who necessary saw what any beer near the Maya. Then no, now I need ya. Chairman, I want no, and it was a Quadia and a small boy, ye know, we didn't pay more how by 2000 young Shadia. 2011, and a VIP sounds to Enya for the second time. VIP now for the second time. Then again in 2012, Sakwade Sanso Epic, another second time. Next a second year, two times, not in a row, but in different years. Now in 2012, said Sakwade Nya and Yebinyani 2013 gave us our two beasts, that is Mugis and Omar Sharif. That is Omar Sterling. And so, and making the out two beats in 2013. Now 2014, and a say bandana from Ghana. Oh, the Mokoho hit maker Shatawale Epikede 2014. Now 2015 gave us Stone Boy. Boy. Next organization there we can say, sir, senior beach and senior be. Edidi Biansana Oba BDB. Near the Insasu to Mukane share and when it tastes in answer. And Chino Shatawale. With this, we can give you the respect to say, Stone Boy, you senior him in terms of this. Samson, I have to give that respect to Sakwadie. Even though you started before him, even though you had the hits, bandana from Ghana. Now, you can't Sakwadie Kwani who baby beti me huni diafa. He was then the schoolboy near the other. But Opevi way no, Obi weni internosi NTS ha. I know that some of you may agree and disagree with me on Facebook. I want you to fill the comment section. I mean, fill the comment section with whatever I need your Obekandia fan who be. Now, 2016 gave us EL. Yentuaso. Joe Metal. Gospel for no. Yentimi gospel be or see good news or say anything. Yes, you sorry. Emma minu me and quagentia. Afi and a gospel new bakwabe room yan shadi Joe Metal 2017. Now in 2018 Ebony Reigns and I'm catching out with Ebony that was then and he warning to young fans to console solidarity and I said yeah ben cry. But the reality of it is if you are to take said I'm an outstanding contribution here in review everything na express Ebony and they deserve it and I'm pounds yeah the man but then I when he said she was nowhere to be found. R.I.P. Yentwaso. Now 2019-2020. So I went into 2019. I say I corona and when your money at the Adiaba Simuna in wow sha unannounced. But 2020 and a Kwame Eugene. Now the Kwame Eugene of Links Entertainment by so unknown so as we were free honey at the idea. And so dear for the first time. Now I say Afina and number four no. The platform and the privilege. I'm almost so feel it trebia. Now can video if not copywriter. Can you see the speech from every single individual? The moment you're born, you will feel the vibe, Now get to on stage. ne speech nature will say it is not a joke thing, and respect to Charterhouse for the amazing work they've done so far. Now 2021 Dinah Entry Hamilton, and so Ebebinya on 2021. That means we've gotten gospel artists for me, Joe Metal and Dinah Hamilton. Now 2022 gave us Kiddy. Akorano. Se Penny but see Kiddy, the sugar boy. 2023 Blacko Sharif. And then again 2024 boy. And now to the new year, as we all know, that is the man of the moment, King Promise. Now, the beautiful side of it, how are this new thing, at Senji, year by year, giving us new names and new faces. Now, some of you are confused as to say, so I was a me board in a born once and making your born once a man making. Yeah, I made the new faces of the whole thing. Now, my Renfi say that was a year Stone Boy nya, repeatedly, and a problem between or no any Shatawale. Shatawale pulled up on the stage. Now, Stone Boy who say, now all your wine crown, me award, I will be because we all know the bouncer between you and me. Now, Fade your Baba Yamade, and Stone Boy, a pulley up with a gun. Am I honey, my name be a quiet court issue here and there, in Sembe, a band comu. Maybe crack and said the plaques near the mouth. They should return them near the idea. We all know this story. Not to go deeper and deeper into that, but I'm just giving you a preview of it. Say, yeah, no, say, rain fee, yeah, and no. Even though, say, Nasatawale Eddie Kenya problem with the Charterhouse years ago. Me no need your award. So, okay, Sanyomana, obey a Sanyom to Abontin, maybe Yam award, no, me fam award in Yashi. Now, so or Saba back be able to say the senior year can and nay. For those of you you miss SM for life, we cannot take it out from him. Now Shatawale is not part of VGMA or the TGMA because of what happened between or no any Stone Boy. As he said, they were pulling out cry a free TGMA or VGMA. One can't be. The point I'm trying to make is if TGMA is what we are known for, to award our Ghanaian artists, our musicians, and anybody be or be make it to any category, then where lies the conversation as to say, Rebecca said, the gatekeepers, and now say people that are on the or on the board, they sometimes a show will be that is a look me vibe be but I will say to me, boom, a man they deserve it, but they don't get it. So conversation we say what's here? Yana will feel say in a sense yana uhune efa. But the main point of it is an event organized by a private man. Someone and they put up this whole event to honor people. Now or they appreciate their works they've done so far in a certain year based on songs you released, promotion, albums, videos, and everything be a man standing out among the peers and I say among any other artists. And a bema obi and that kind of award. No. But the whole thing is, where lies the conversation? Say, ya no be a man, a cocoa personal gain, a be one man and a cocoa attack. A binum so cocoa say, somebody deserves it by yani and farm. As to you and Kawawa your event, your gatekeepers or the people that you call on board to do all this analysis for you, one way or the other, you, the final decider, will determine too. I said it is not a national thing or any state thing owned by the government. So with that, we cannot just stretch our neck too much into that. But you have the right. It is not your right as you say you are a musician in here. But you have your right to say, you nominate you, and as you call it for nominations, you will not submit anything, and no one is going to fault you for that because The money at this event, your taxpayers' money is not part of it. Usika ne mu bi. You are not entitled to anything pertaining to TGMA or VGMA. But a government, your tax is in there. So you can have the round table conversation. Say, my tax won't be. I deserve something in that based on Bejuma Aye. But until that, crown, yes, sir. As far as we have 23-man squad playing for the Blasters, it also says everything is about decision and selection. And now the VGMA, whether we like it or not, as to say King Promise deserve it and not say King Promise doesn't deserve it. We have to understand. So, oh yeah, then our scheme was still discredit and credit some people. It was still going for some people. But at the end of it all, year by year, you put in your maximum effort and work. Send a beg to me, I pave the way for you to get it. And yeah, easy, but take it or leave it. It is here to stay, and 26 good years. It has given us major recognitions and certain artists, as some of us cry, especially for the unsung category. On that day, any might who some people, and might who certain artists be at the unsung artists in the side, no my me ko follow. On that day, a different feeling in this entertainment arena, this entertainment showbiz, and I said this entertainment industry, a good feeling because we get to meet people. That is all the artists on one night, giving us dresses upon dresses, vibe upon vibe, and different feeling. Until say before Friday at the Beba to award outstanding artists or musicians in Ghana. This is what we have, Ghana. Being it a private owned and as a private man thing, it is here to stay to award our people. If you get a chance, you appreciate their work. If you don't get a chance, you say whatever you want to say because criticism is part of everything. But construct it carefully, correct, make changes for us to move on. But let me hold on over here. And I am sure say our health side of it, you have to a conversation. So Eddie Amau, I think said the line or banner, but you better a conversation. So Eddie Amau say no, yeah, mount entertainment any wapomudin kakra. Wapomudin, you bedin como Eddie for Nipeduano said it was so and he said it was a CFA Eddie Mawa and Wakonisa Ama. Would you make it about what you be? It's me, of course, one Eddie Amount. Louis, what's a man can? Kindly reconnect back again. This is Radio Culture streaming live on Facebook, GH News Now, and YouTube, GH News Now with me, Bismark Appiah Cinergy on Entertainment Arena. VGMA, Vikinina and Komo, of course, and your bonnet for the amount. But it is quite interesting to see someone as a certain award. Nini Timeje. But say a coin a different year and as an insane can not than at him did ye. And no, if for him for Jana at Diana Yana money pen will be disappointed. What we can so say, sir, some people have a role to play in that and might discredit some people. As we say, what ni enkoni panumu. Yes, no two ways about that. But let's accept the fact say a private man dear or a private entity be dear or private entity be dear. And what for say brana me award you mean for being fancy cramming for more abaso. Often is a wound to me, just ask Chatawale, you know. Belma, ma, me papa. You just keep shut. Walk up, baby, atna. You witness it on television, then you move on. Even though for me myself, I have problem with the artist of the year this year, the category, I had the buy and the nomination and there was most especially on the gospel side. One of the names mentioned in there, but yeah, said where you may be or yeah, said where you may be at that person day. On the gospel side, you all know. And with time, I'll call out the names of this year's artist of the year category. And I say the nominees are now on bill on that category. Near some of the names and Nuntin Emma Kim Promise. Louis, I think Louis is back, but the video is off. And then Louis, what can reconnect again. Yeah, Louis is back into Yanko. Producer, put Louis on net for me. Now you need come on, just in 10 times. Say what? Watch me to say 2 fingers in the ear. Louis, my brother, how are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing well. Send your man wide and then to a high. A chair say upon dini de mikra. Nebia and you may be touch you. Update us on health. Now you hood your elcobia.
Okay,
And then him found out the
okay.
follow.
I am Louis, and then the FA mental health. You better mental health mukaka.
Okay.
So when we talk of mental health, abani papi, your imagine say, sebita feature or ma bodam, no ma bontin kwana, nyeman koi. Then so entesaka. When we talk of mental health, it comprises a lot of things, not just those who are roaming on the street. So and you better at the mental health ye nyahwe mfaso a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛbɔ yɛ mental health ho ban.
Okay.
So
Okay.
say yɛka mental health in simple definition we will say it's a state of complete physical and well-being. So when we talk of mental health is a state in which individual realizes their own abilities. They can cope with normal stresses in life. They can work productively, and they are able to contribute to his or her community. It's a sad definition. It has 4 main features. First, realizing their own abilities. And it says,
Okay.
if you are mental healthy, you are able to realize your own abilities. But it's maybe say with me who are strength. So with me, you could do brace and send me jai. If someone has a stable mental health, the person is able to realize this kind of ability that we are talking about.
Okay. Now, what could be the contributory factors about someone not to be in his mental health? That is, someone not to be in his or her right.
Yes. And two, the second one is able to cope with normal stresses in life. And it's a say
Okay.
you need pay you be share tete wababom. So you share tete na yetimi di so and I say atete no etimi bum kam fine so ye.
Mm-hmm.
It is a who stable mental health. When you face stresses or normal stresses in life, you are able to overcome it.
Okay.
And the third point is we can work productively and fruitfully. And say you may be a science, so it may be a plan and I think so. And for so baswana, if we have stable mental health, we can do a work on time and people also benefit from it.
Okay.
And also, we can also contribute to our community that we are in. Say your community be ma, you bet me I'm making some contribution to the community. And
Okay.
I say community ne pay yes one for so yetiminya. I say itimi bo my community do some pa and for so yes. And
Okay.
when you say mental health, the 4 components mental health comprises of that is able to
Okay.
realize our own abilities, working
Okay.
productivity, realizing or overcoming normal stresses of life, contributing to our community. So these are the main 4 features on mental health. Now,
Give me
say
back the
you just
4
have
features
definition
back.
here. Then you bet
Give me the features back again. Luis.
the most
Hello, Luis.
yes
What's the mean? Can you hear me?
pattern and
Yeah.
metonka.
Give me the 4 features of mental health again. Give me the 4 features again. Repeat that side for me.
The main 4 features or components of mental health is 1,
Okay.
individual realizing their own abilities.
Okay.
2, we can cope with normal stresses of life.
Okay.
3, we are able to make contribution to our community.
Okay.
4, we can work productively and fruitfully.
Okay. 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 Okay.
If
Okay. All right.
someone like one of these things, it
Mm-hmm.
means the person doesn't have stable mental health.
Okay. Okay. Continue
Yes.
for me.
It is a definition here. Na
Okay.
yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ ɛnyɛ ɔma a ɔmo nam abɔnten nko a ɔmo ayɛ ɔmo ho fi nkɔ ne sɛ bi ɔmo wɔ adwene mu yare. Na mmom sɛ yɛn nipa yi if we can't cope with normal stresses of life ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛn mental health no asɛm aba ho. Sɛ
Okay.
yɛntumi ɛma yɛn community no ɛnya yɛn so mfaso a yɛn
Okay.
mental health na asɛm wɔ ho.
Okay.
Sɛ yɛntumi yɛ adwuma ɛnwie ne bra no ɛma mfaso ɛmba so a then your mental health no fa so ho ana your nkofo o say oh me the minimum limit untimi hu own abilities then meaning say mental health no there is fault with it need better campaign say
Okay.
even those who are highly educated, those who were well mannered, those who have high social class can even suffer from one mental health condition or another.
Okay.
When a definition a boy may you it's
Okay.
any na emphasis ben was said your boy mental health mobile. When
Okay.
baby,
Me
where
too.
health organization almost say there is no health without mental health.
There is no
Sasema where
health without mental health.
without mental health. Meaning say
Mhm.
your health na ekoba ebesi your mental health so yeah.
Now,
If you
with
don't
this, I just want you to explain this side for me, for you to elaborate further for us. At a point
okay,
in time, the moment you hear mental health, wherever be about mental health be, and we associate that with someone and a mind is stable, that will be our bottom. Meanwhile, your explanation
yeah,
right now, and I say, explain it to us. Say mental health is mainly the right frame of a person's mind that a man it me a copy with stress. A man it me identify his
yes,
or her own abilities. A more no one can say to me active productively and now say productively
yeah,
or fruitfully. And then
yes.
again, a corner can say to me contribute to the society now or woman. No. With this, how can one and now say how can we ye bet me that perception now a man will be because your mental health I say it will be our badam. I didn't know about this.
When him so oba ye
Mhm.
na Africa ha and asa Ghana ha I am
Mhm.
pimpin ye ka mental health pe ne ye de adwuna ko bu oma sabi omo nam abonte omo mu hu fi nko a because
Yes.
ye nte mental health asi ye oh ye bibiri man mu ye enu
Okay.
nti na government na introduce community mental health si de be ye be adwuma community ni mu na ya boa public no ama wate mental health ase si de be ya we should stop stigmatizing those who are suffering from mental health conditions
Okay.
because we
Okay.
don't understand it. That's the reason why I always be an yeah, you chi. Then so no, you can't
Okay. 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 Now, let me ask this direct question for us, or send a bit me maybe I say, so that if any of us, so those listening to us, and also for those that watch us later on, if it is something they ask that they are in, they also put a stop to it. What are the contributory factors? Emma Obi, the mental health, and I said the mental state, intimately stable as required by the mental health.
okay. So Emma Obi mental health any stable no. We have
Yes.
four main causes.
Mm-hmm.
We have biological factors. We
Biological
have
factors. Okay.
yeah, we have psychological factors and social factors.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
biological factors now. It can be say a bit my genetics.
Okay.
For we have a mental health condition called schizophrenia. If say
Okay.
abusua they have history of mental health disorders. Ɛyɛ easy say obi betumi develop it in the nearest future.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Eti
Okay.
sɛ yɛwɔ abusua bi a ebi te saa wɔ hɔ a na sɛ yɛwɔ mu a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ yɛn ho yie especially sɛ yɛde yɛn ho hyɛ nneɛma bi mu te sɛ nsanom, drugs ɛne saa nneɛma no a ɛma yɛbɛyɛ vulnerable to become a mental health patient because abusua no already na ɛwɔ mu and those things doesn't help our mental our brain. So it makes us easily get access to or become a victim of mental health.
Okay.
And our affairs, we have a chemical imbalance. Sometimes now our brains, there are some chemical imbalances. It also
Mm-hmm.
contributes to mental disorder. A bit is a when accident now it's about form.
Mm-hmm.
They were new on the human. A bit mass sakaka. Sinipan and Shea. A baby has no mental disorder.
Okay.
Yes. So these are the two main things under the biological factors.
Okay.
Now, let's look at the psychological factors.
Mm-hmm.
The psychological factors can be persistent sadness or emotional stress. Sometimes now, people have intimate control emotions. It is a process. It can result in mental disorder.
Okay.
It's a by and physical factors now. It contributes by it. We should, that reason why I say mental health is someone who is able to realize who can cope with normal stresses in life.
Okay.
So if the stress come out, are you able to cope with it?
Okay.
If you are emotional, are you able to cope with it? If you are sad, are you able to cope with it? If not, yeah, then you are easy to become a victim to mental disorder.
Okay.
And the last one is social factors. It can be our lifestyle. It can be the act that we put ourselves in. If we don't take care, we will become victims, such as smoking, drinking of alcohol, unhealthy lifestyle, avoiding baths, and those things. It can lead us to mental disorders. So these are the main causes of mental disorders. And we have unknown causes. As it stands now, we can't say it's from spiritual forces or not. But our DSM-5, which we use to diagnose mental disorder patients, it says that we have unknown causes, which we are yet to find those causes.
Okay. Wow. You've really educated us today, most especially to how we see mental health as a disorder itself. Because at first, to be a better mental health, to be, it looks as if it will be upper them. But now, the explanation you've given to us, you've educated us, the right frame, your right state of mind, now a woman to be able to say, maybe NHS, you are mentally strong, your mental health is strong. And the other way around is the factors that contribute to be a man and mental health, and stable, a man be a disorder instead. Thank you, Luis. But before you go, as day by day, you keep on educating us about today. I just don't want to take much of your time. But finally, to the two things that you've taught us today is things that Emma will be stable and the factors are a contributor to us not being stable. Finally, to the whole thing, how would you put the two together and educate us in brief and your final words?
So, Medema say, as I can say, if we have history of mental disorders or a family member, we should not involve ourselves in acts that will make us vulnerable to become a mental health patient, such as drinking, such as smoking. We should not involve ourselves in if there is a history in our family.
Okay.
And also, say, and say, so being accident is in Tibo form. No, I'm casting CT scan. I'm so ne boarding, yincha. And yes, ne boarding, but one person must say, o chemical balances is stable, and I say unstable. So the bay you meet me about. It no say business here. I am boy homody. Now it me just can my
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. The name again. Well, Louis Lionel Effrey. So, but I think, yeah, we all will appreciate what he has given us today. Yeah, be appreciating it a lot of, like I said, henceforth entertainment arena will educate you on health. Yeah, but also at the Bibia Babi Shemubi. We'll also give you a bit of Sofudi Kakra. Story ni bana say about her sorry some near the idea you be first will be so so now no so actually na adwen dia fa ho na ye nyina me say this is an arena a high arena inside this arena bibia timisi mo bi arena no akwa je say boxing ring as a wutisi ma bibia timisi the moment you be catch say pe fight na start no as to how I will be boxing it's up to you and this is the time bibia inclusive you bet me enya right here on Entertainment Arena. As we are educating ourselves with entertainment, we also need to educate ourselves on certain things that elevate us to a healthy and a good lifestyle. So that anytime, any day, we can set upright, get our energy back on, and keep on doing what we do best. But for the two things I mean, in there, and then the from Louis. It's about how we can stabilize ourselves. It's about how we can see to our well-being, our general well-being of the mind. Me at first, I was part of the people I was in mental health and I will be an admin about them. And now I say yes, an admin about them will be about them. Excuse me for my French, will be an admin about them the NSA. Will be about them, my main can say. And now will be an admin waka. Atechema, what torchy, sir. But not knowing, sir, the mental health itself, is about the right frame, the right state of someone's mind. A man, it's me identifying his own abilities. A money per quantity me a cope with stress. A money per corner kasa etimi contribute to the society in which he or she finds himself. Na obua. Then again, productivity. Or no kasa etimi fruitful to himself and the people are or more around him or herself. Na abua na man abrabo netimi akoso. Was educated and say, for us not to fall victim of mental disorder. Check within your family. Ebusuana with him no shishemu ye. Ebusuana with him no mesra o mami papa brother. Hey, ja miniskirt na watwe dia to baby no twekwa fam. Nka wana de gu na ne wonsa no. Ma wadwemu na ho. Enye no ano no na de be ye fe na be ye sere. Na be ye yaw ne se. De waye ohu ade nam street ni so a wo hye bon street. Wo hye nkrofo front a ibi na kina ebe hu ne sa branti ana sa bayo a we mami wabodam. A branti na wa PSC a wo du nika to for me. O mental health na nkasa na wote so de ba no cause ntisa na nka nika na nka shegu boxer so no kanya no na nka ade ato form no ya ate akodi ama no nti muani na ho biological factor no hwe abusuanim so obi bia bodam pen a bisa ho se de na ma ne bodam se ensanom se sabi edwumamo aye kasa bebrebe e bibi bebreba then you also examine yourself so when yes ade ni bi osaka social factors eno de wan kasa wonu tia ebi ni de waye a odinam street ni so yi the way you win, said Dambo Nica said Tiesima, or being Cassa, by what we say, Emio. When Yama bit me at the first, looking at said you also choose your friends and other factors are what picky in the environment. Finally, to the psychological effect, as someone who saw my year, James. Oh, how my year so. Oh, Cassayat for Boise. Obisu Bufua to Boise. And yes, a bufo bebrebe, Cassa bebrebe, and Niama be brauchiko mono. Everything you contribute to your mental disorder and no ekahon. Let's be mindful of all these things. Thank you so much. Let's switch it back. Nanka percent nano your sound so a day okutu. The person I started a conversation with last week and last 2 weeks concerning the scam side, near percent your sound so then it so na ye di enkomo about baby ediko wie But I think on also lining is stable for us in so. But with that on our time, I think we are going to summarize the whole thing, on the talk about the VGMA, the week, and I say yes, since 1999 to 2025, 26 good years. The first person when I said I'm catching on was Ochiame Kofi and Ochiame Kwame, aka Achiame. Back to 2025, King the Promise. It tells us say we are Omaya Jumapa. VGMA Aja Jumapa. They've really contributed. So Nanke one man, I don't know how we are going to measure our own people because we have nothing like government award scheme. We have nothing like that. Even whilst we are hoping and praying, saying Kibit will be no presenting a war Grammys, Yeni bibia yede as criteria and as a measurement for them to measure their growth. Intika saying and kebe diafa. But even before that, Charterhouse, ama this avenue it me they appreciate your people. So night, so now we a music lover, now say entertainment person. Yeah, na night is full of everything. Yeah, na F and akonon so. Into H and you want to say. They've really done well. Like I said, there will always be some back and downs, some negative side of which certain things that may not seem right about the way almost see yet their selection here they are. But we can still not take the fact from them. Say they've done well and they've been able to keep some people on their toes to do the work and do it well. Put a picture on it back again for me. Now, so far the artists, or more. since 1999, BC, the current 2025, starting from Achiame, we have Ochiame Kwame and Ochiame Kofi, we have Daddy Lumba the second time, we have Lord Kenya, that is Quentin Muamunim Quentin and Muamurefino. Quentin and a baby actual the Ghana report, baby actual Ghana report, going over the days in Govaya Juma, nice one, and the big boys in the game. Oma paving a lot of ways for people to also follow the footsteps, and they are enjoying from that. You have that is promising, no. Oh, now I am high five for Honor no chase. I cut seven way back a Jinemusa be seen there. That is VIP. We have Kojan Pisha Hon movie Obuo. We have Stone Boy. Out2 Beast, Ebony, Joe Metal, Shatawale, Sakwa the Unkwan and the picture and Nasobam the Dean, the Shimudiama. These people and the Etimia holding the mantle to the artist of the year so far at the Amaye. But this year they can promise and a grabo, yeah, full them. And that gives us a recap on everything about the TGMA 2025. If anything, any other story be about who be keep it us entertainment. But what I can tell you is we cannot discredit them for whatever be or my be. The gatekeepers, we can always discredit them on certain things, but they play major role. So what artists, didn't share one when you budget. Uncle would the we say or Malcolm hypocrite nyachum. But always, there will always be a negative side of everything. Kim Promise was part of the Artist of the Year this year, 2025. And no, Artist of the Year list, on the row. Now, Kim Promise didn't that should be. So, and King the Paluta said, I'm born, Joe Metal. Now, Joe Metal, so Edin, so Ekan who be. Among others, Nipa Bibribi, and now Omudin, and so by the end of it, Nipa Utimi image as the winner was King Promise. And yeah, he has really done well for himself. Even though backlash in the Wall Street and so no actually say undeserved it. Onyeshi for Ghana. You been artist of the year and Kenya King Promise. It should have been someone and can move or wait. Someone and keep Pijana and keep it me huna cinema say, hey, here. Unimi artist of the year. Assume you or Bentain, but yes, no. Let's not also take it out of the man. Say, Onuso and I said, why dear? Now, Onuso deserve it. Thank you so much to everyone who be or follow and share. And God willing, next week, Wednesday, we will surely come your way with the entertainment arena, everything inclusive. Outside, never sound so Eddie, bro. Hoping, say, besound so atwa. Fraud, scamming, Game Boys. And the new term, they describe it Sakawa. You better also at the amount and a bit of entertainment and health. Best answer by Beshim near Spicing on Eddie amount. Thank you so much forever young and to everyone or Jenny. And to do the show today, I go by the name Bismark Appiah Cinergy. Always with the two fingers in the ear. Synergy. Thank you for your time. Let's roll it on for next time.